There's an easy way to deal with something that Nigerians are very fond of, called protocol. Something I don't know how to do well. I don't really like doing. And so, as you know, Nigerians often say all protocols observed. I'm standing on existing protocols. I don't know if they've been established, but have they been established? I usually prefer to sit on them rather than stand on them. This protocol. But I'm really thrilled that this meeting has been convened. I am for a number of reasons. Nigeria is about to be born again. And for our country to be renewed, revitalized, and make progress, we need to see some vital signs. And one of those vital signs is a passionate, enthusiastic young people, a new generation wanting to set the course for their country. There's a nice video that has gone virtual on the internet I don't know, on big men instead of big issues. If we begin to deal with the big issues and not big men, we will find that it is easier for the people to hold those who are supposed to be their servants accountable. As I said on one of the live interviews today, servants should never be more comfortable than those they serve. Have you ever seen a servant who is more comfortable than the boss, the employer? Have you seen anywhere? Only Nigerian politicians are more comfortable than the people they are supposed to serve. That is standing logic on its head. And a Ghanaian highlight musician, Ben Bracco, famously said that a country where their politicians are richer than their businessmen is a country on the brink of collapse. That sadly has been our experience. And the young people know this. They have traveled the world, if not physically, virtually on the internet. And they know what obtains elsewhere. And so as we gather this evening, the challenge is for us to be able to speak clearly to the fact that a new Nigeria is about to dawn on us. And that the big issues will decide tomorrow, not the big men and the big bank accounts. That the people who have compassion. I showed them examples in Pakistan where lawyers got on the streets and marched when their chief judge was removed unceremonially. Or ceremonious, whichever one. And I even pressured the Lagos bar to a point that a group of them founded something called LIFE, Lawyers Interested in Free and Fair Elections, a couple of years ago. I don't know how much they've made of it. Each time I see Rudy, Izani, and some of the ones that I nudged on to found LIFE, I asked them how far, are we still alive in life? But it is something we should not give up on and keep doing, because this country is so far away from its potential. We're not the person of faith that would have given up a long time ago. But I've been at this struggle next year, 50 years. And now I'm beginning to feel better. Because I was almost getting close to the brink of despair. When I see young people going to register to vote everywhere, I know that the possibilities of a new Nigeria are just before us. This country is a young country. More than 7. In this business of getting out of the way, we must not forget that it is the duty of every generation to make their shoulders available for the next generation to sit on so that they can see tomorrow more clearly. And so we have a duty, all of us, to set that course for the next generation. And one of the ways that we can do it is to ensure that we have an army of new voters. An army of voters who previously had not thought the vote was worth the trouble. But now they know. Sometimes we are very unhappy with bad governments. But there's some good that bad governments can do. They can make people suddenly aware that they need to exercise their rights and duties as citizens. So there's much to be grateful to current poor governance in Nigeria for. And I can give some very specific example. I can see Dr. Monday Ubani in some corner there. I mean, the way that they have revitalized PIDL, the section on public interests in the Bar Association is, I showed them examples in Pakistan where lawyers got on the streets and marched when their chief judge was removed unceremonially, or ceremonious, whichever one. And I even pressured the Lagos Bar to a point that a group of them founded something called LIFE, Lawyers Interested in Free and Fair Elections, a couple of years ago. I don't know how much they've made of it. Each time I see Rudy, Izani, and some of the ones that I nudged on to found LIFE, I asked them how far, are we still alive in life? But it is something we should not give up on and keep doing, because this country is so far away from its potential. We're not the person of faith that would have given up a long time ago. But I've been at this struggle next year, 50 years. And now I'm beginning to feel better. Because I was almost getting close to the brink of despair. When I see young people going to register to vote everywhere, I know that the possibilities of a new Nigeria are just before us. This country is a young country. More than 7 elections. I was a candidate for president. And as we all know, no elections took place in 2007. I've told the story of discussing with the foreign observers, former Canadian Prime Minister, former US Secretary of State, and all of those people after the elections. And they were so perplexed by the abracadabra of that election. And we gathered the presidential candidates of the day to address the world. I almost felt like the man on the cross, to his left and to his right. To my left was Waziri Atiku Abubakar, to my right was General Muhammad Buhari, and I was his spokesperson. In those protest moments, after that I thought, no, this is not democracy. I am not interested in participating any further. Until this man came, sent by Chibenauru to find me. And the process was Chibenauru trying to build a movement of progressive forces. That movement is another long story. I've got just written one book. I've written 2 or 3 more on these experiences. Eventually it resulted in what was called the Social Democratic Mega Movement and Party. The rest of the story I will tell today. I was very pleased because in many ways it symbolizes this struggle for emancipation of our country. Unfortunately, the incident of last Sunday, not this yesterday, Sunday before yesterday, in our war. It resulted in circumstances that made his being able to participate in such an event challenging. And so he had requested that I stand in for him as chair of this evening's activity. So I want to pay tribute to him and say that it was an honor to hear that he wanted me to stand in for him. I want to welcome you and say to you that today the message is simple. If you can dream it, you can make it happen. We dream of a born-again, a new Nigeria, with the leadership of people who care about the people, who want to transform the lives of our young people and give them a future they desire, which they deserve. I'm glad that I'm part of that effort. Let us find 40 million new voters and set a new course for our country, because that great Nigeria is possible. I have seen it happen elsewhere. As despair set in, I watch Brazil regain itself. Nigeria will rise up.
Thank you very much, sir. Nigeria will certainly rise up again.